Studios from the Sheep Project right here in Central Farm, and we want to welcome you guys to the program. Mr. Melanio Petch, who is a local consultant, and Zachariah G. Okay, and he is a livestock specialist right here in our midst. And we want to thank you guys for joining us on the program, like it or not. And you will be seeing a lot of you guys right here in the upcoming months to talk about the sheep project that is ongoing in Central Farm and have been there for the past 3 years. So we want to welcome you. Good morning to you, Mr. Petch. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Mr. Petch, you have been with this project from its inception?
Yes, good morning, radio listeners, TV listeners. I hope you will like our program from the Sheep Project. We have the team of experts from the Sheep Project here. I am with the Sheep Project for the past 3 years. And the genetic improvement in sheep and goat project has been here practically to try to improve the genetics of our sheep farmers in the country. That's our most general goals from the Sheep Project.
All right. And Mr. Zachariah, is that I pronounced the word right?
Zachary.
Zachary, Mr.
Yeah.
Zachary. Okay, and you are the livestock specialist, and we want to hear more or less what do you do in your field?
Okay. Basically, I don't know if lots of people hear about the Sheep Project, but we are a project which is a cooperation between the government of Taiwan and the Belize. So the contribution from the Taiwan part is fund resources and the technical part, which is a capacity building part. So we have a personnel and a technical expert, including me. We will introduce to the other guy, and they come here to contribute what they learned from Taiwan for generally do the capacity building for this country. And this is one of the elements, and the further element maybe we can talk later. But basically, we just come here, try to work to increase the productivity and the efficiency for the sheep industry.
Yeah, and it is indeed something that we do need because of the fact that we are getting more tourism in Belize and people are asking for lamb. And so the sheep project is something very, very essential for the economy of our country. And Mr. Pett, so what is your role as a consultant in terms of the project that is ongoing right now?
Yes, thank you. Of course, the Sheep Project is a technical project that we want to introduce technical know-how so that we can do the very best in terms of management practices, nutrition, and animal health. Because we have seen in the past with the farmers in Belize that there has been a lot of inbreeding. Inbreeding is a situation whereby there is too much overcrossing of the breeds, and therefore the productivity of the sheep in the country has reduced tremendously. And so therefore the Ministry of Agriculture has seen it necessary to see where the farmers can benefit. And so through the project in coordination with the Taiwan government, it has been seen that there can be a joint effort to introduce new genetics into the country. And by introducing new genetics, there is one means to improve the quality of the sheep in the country so that the sheep can be better production, better productivity, more efficiency in the production. So our role there as technicians there is to see and advise the direction of the project so that the farmers will be better equipped with knowledge so that they can in turn have a better quality of sheep for the consumers, because that's what we are looking for, the quality of sheep that can be more tender, more productive, and the consumers out there will get to like it.
Yeah, I like what you say, more tender, because
yeah,
sometimes you get some meat and then it is not as tender as it should be. And some people say it is because it is old, but that's not the case.
Yeah. Definitely, and so that is the reason why we are here. We are working together with the Ministry of Agriculture. The livestock office there is situated in Central Farm, where together working with the sheep project.
For our listening audience, that's the Bacon Pot Road.
Bacon Pot Road, exactly. And so the Taiwan government is helping us tremendously in this field, where to the main sponsors to introduce the breeds, because introducing breeds from other countries is very expensive. But this is the main way of trying to improve the genetics in the country, which has a high level of inbreeding and is in dire need of improvement.
And these are bigger sheep, as I can see from the pamphlets as well.
Yes, of course. And since the 3-year and 4-year duration of the project, we have now at the barn, the National Breeding Center at Central Farm, we have over 250 to 300 sheep right now. And available for sale for breeding stocks, we have over a dozen Dorper rams, and we also have a few black bellies. And very soon we'll be having some Katadin, some of the new breeds that you will be told about in the next few by our technicians.
All right. So, Zachariah, the production right here, has there been any type of interest from new farmers that now want to go inside of this project with you guys in rearing sheep? Because sometimes we hear, when we talk about farmers, we hear people raising crops, but these people are now interested in sheep herding as well. You have any new people that are interested as it is?
Actually, why we want to start this project, because the FAO is a United Nations organization. They recommend this sheep project, this sheep industry to be able to help the property, because it is a low cost to start a business with, and then the unit length, the utilization is very low, which is if you just have a small land and by proper rotation of the pasture, and you can maintain like 15 to 20 sheep in one time. I mean, compared to the cattle, they need a lot of land.
Right, exactly.
And it takes time for them to rotate. So, and if you raise 15 to 20 sheep one time, actually their breeding cycle is more faster. They will bring you more meat and more income. Yeah. So by these reasons, they highly recommend the sheep can be raised, can be encouraged to be a small business for the underdeveloped the country, to be able to help the farmers. Based on this, so we start this sheep project.
Okay. How often do they have young ones?
Actually, their breeding cycle. Their pregnancy is 5 months, actually. But their breeding, their estrous cycle is about 15 to 17 days. They will come into heat, and then you can breed with a ram. And once you get the inseminate, which is get breed, 5 months later, we will expect the baby will come.
So only one?
It depends on the breed and the nutrient status. Sometimes if we do the flushing, which is a supplemental feeding in advance before the breeding, they will have they may have 2 or 3.
Okay.
That depends, and this is relevant with the breed. We mentioned about the Brabelli, Dorper, and the Katadin.
Right.
Actually, the Brabelli, they are more proliferation. I mean, they have a tendency to have more babies.
Okay.
So, like I say, it's based on the breed and the nutrient status.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what they're getting proper nutrition, and I see you also have elevated stalls for these sheep.
Exactly. Actually, in our national center, National Sheep and Goat Breeding Center, we try to introduce a modern technology like a new design for this country. In Taiwan, the farmers and the government cooperate with each other. They decide, they think about, they come out to an idea. Let's elevate the sheep house. Will be more easier for the farmers to separate with the urine and the feces, and there is more ventilation for the sheep to raise. They can reduce about the pneumonia, because sometimes too much urine in the air, they will make their respiratory tract more fragile. So based on this design, we introduced to police to try to bring something new to this country.
During the course of this project, have there been any schools that went there to get a full knowledge of what is taking place?
Actually, we right now the Baja, they cooperate with the American vet students. They come here to do the internship. That's one of the activity. But during the regular time, there's a lot of visitors will come to
with students.
With the students, which is senior high school, elementary school, high school. They come here to visit and to see how we do the operation of the raising sheep in sheep barn. And then the University of Belize, they cooperate with us very closely. So all of their students come here very often, and even they send somebody come here to learn something. And in the future we schedule for the August. We will have a training with their staff.
All right. The reason why I asked that question is because of the fact that a lot of people are going to high school, but not all of these people will be graduating, and not all of them will be interested in what they're going through. They just go there in school because their parents push them to go to high school. But they are not interested. They just go like that. And so by getting an invitation to go and visit some place like this, they would say, oh, that's something that I like, and this is something that I want to do. So that's the reason why I believe that more students need to get accessibility into visiting this project, so that they can diverge their thoughts into getting something else structural in their field. But I believe that it is something wonderful that's been done right there by the Taiwanese government in cooperation with our Belize government at Central Farm. And we appeal to the people who would like to get some more information to visit the office in Central Farm right there on the Bacon Pot Road and get more information. We'll be giving more information right here on this program as the months continues up to December, so that we could get full knowledge of what is taking place, and we'll keep you updated as what is taking place with the work that has been done, the wonderful work, I must say, with the sheep project. Mr. Petch, before we introduce our other guests, so what is the next step from now on into the end of this project? Or maybe it will be a continuous thing after you guys have gone. We will continue. We will be getting the knowledge and continue on the project. And do you see that more farmers are getting interested in coming on board?
Jim, yeah, I'm sure, of course, this is practically an environment whereby we are trying to promote the production of sheep. In the country of Belize, we are aware that it is around maybe 12 to 14,000 heads in the country. It fluctuates around that numbers for the past 5 or so years, and we are hoping that these numbers can be doubled in the next 5 to 10 years, hopefully. And therefore, the reason why the Ministry of Agriculture is pushing very, very hard to encourage more production. And of course, the consumption levels are not as good as we have seen. We want to encourage the consumers, the local consumers in the country, to try to consume more sheep, more mutton, more lamb, because in fact this is a more nutritious food compared to other meats. We have seen that it has a lower level of fats, cholesterols, and we have been told that sheep meat is very good, very nutritious. So we want to see the way forward with sheep production, not only for local markets, but as well for regional markets. And so through the project, we wanted to see that we have more producers. We know for a fact that maybe in the country there may be 200 sheep farmers, a little bit more. And there are maybe more smaller farmers than bigger farmers. I believe maybe around 10% of those will be the bigger producers of around 100 sheep, 150 sheep and above. And so one way of increasing the quality and production of sheep is by farmers coming to our National Breeding Center to get the quality genetics that we have introduced recently. And we are selling these breeding stocks at no less than 6 months of age. The reason is that we want to grow them to a stage where it will be more ready to go to the farm, less risk of any deaths occurring from the farmers. And so we are trying to encourage the farmers to buy them at this level, because a lot of times they come, they ask us if they can buy them at 2 months, 3 months, just not even weaned. So we are advising them that no, it is not the ideal way of doing things. We want to show them that they should buy breeding stocks that are about ready to start to breed and are qualified breeders. And so therefore we have a price for them set. For the 3 of the breeds, the price is the same. Okay. We, as a breeding center and breeding centers, it's a different system of operation. They have a more specific level of management, including nutrition, including herd health. And so the price for breeding stocks is different to the price of commercial stocks. Exactly. And a lot of questions will arise, because farmers
Why
will
so
always...
expensive?
Exactly, that is the first thing they will say, because we have a price set for them, and the reason is that the cost of production of breeding stock is higher.
Exactly.
And so, there is more specific feeding that they get, more specific attention, more specific herd health, to ensure that the animals grow to a level of 6 months that are very healthy and should meet quality production when they are sold to the farmers.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. We will take a break, and then we will come back and talk some more with the organizers from the Sheep Project right here in Central Farm. Better communication, more understanding right here. Top of the morning once again to Boys to Men right there on West Street, and we'll be giving you more information about them. Of course, they do have the tennis that are available right now, full black for back to school. Good morning. And Lion's Paw right there on West Street as well. And Lion's Paw have that alarm system, you know, these ladies can purchase those alarm systems. It's a small little gadget, and of course you can just pull it out, and it makes a lot of noise, scare away attackers. But also, it's good for protection as well. Good morning to you. And we're back, and with me I'm joined by Tony and Sam. They are also specialists from the Sheep Project right here in Central Farm, collaboration with the Taiwanese government and our Belize government and the Ministry of Agriculture. So we want to welcome Sam and Tony. Good morning. Okay.
Good morning, Jim, and
Good morning.
Everyone.
Yeah, it's on.
I'm Tony.
All right.
I especially work for ICTF for the Sheep Project.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you have been, you look young, man, and to be a specialist, and this is what we like here in the country. We like young people to hold that recognition.
Yes, actually we just graduated from the master degree and we just came here for about 10 months for now.
All right. How you like Belize so far? Good.
Oh, it's wonderful, you
Huh?
know, wonderful weather, blue sky, you know, everything,
All
fresh
right.
air,
Fresh air.
nice people here.
All right. Thank you. And Sam.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Sam.
All right.
I also in the street project, and in Taiwan I'm a veterinarian.
Okay.
Yeah, and expertise in the ruminant reproduction.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll be talking about on this beautiful morning right here. Your expertise to the project and so the breeding.
Yes, actually now in Central Farm we have 3 different kind of breed and we have made some brochures. You can get all the information you need in our Central Farm.
Of course, you do have a Facebook page as well.
Yes, we do have a Facebook fan page. If you have any questions or anything you want to know, welcome to visit our fan page. We will respond as soon as we could.
So that project is there under the sheep project, and they can punch that in, and they can get more information on that and go directly to the page.
Yes, exactly. I could introduce some of because we have 3 different kind of sheep now, and every breed of sheep have their characteristic. Maybe based on your purpose, maybe you could choose different kinds of breed you want.
Okay, so which one of them we know that we were working there with the Barbados Black Belly and the Catadin.
Catadin. Yes,
and the
Doper. Yes. Let's first let's talk about the black belly.
Okay.
Which is come from Barbados black belly. Barbados. It's come from Caribbeans.
Okay.
So this kind of breed you can see here. It has a bronze colors, which is the most popular breed in Belize, I believe, because they are resist to the heat and resist to the environment like a parasite, so it is easy to be raised. So
Okay.
if you are a new farmer or you don't have too much time to care of them, this will be the best choice for you. And I want to talk about the meat quality of this kind of sheep, because this kind of sheep has more lean meat quality, which means they are less fat inside. So if the customer want to purchase some lamb or some mutton with the chewy texture, this one could be the choice you want. Or if you want your sheep to be more resistant to the environment, to the parasite, this sheep may be suitable for you.
Okay. All right, and so we are getting more information in from the specialists here in the Central Farm, and Sam. So, what is your direct expertise in terms of giving some more information in regards to these 3 breeds?
Yeah, I'm doing some breeding strategy. So in Central Farm we try to control them to let them give birth at the same time, the mother.
Okay.
So we use the hand mating and the group mating. There are 2 methods. And the hand mating means every morning we put the ram into the U group and to the ram to the tag and then jump. And the group mating means we just put the ram with the U together every day.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would suggest if you want to know the certain gift birthday, you use the hand mating.
Okay.
But I noticed that the most farmer in Belize, they put the ram with the ewe together. That's not good. Because,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because the ewe will tire of the same guy.
Yeah. All right. That's
So
what to say.
yeah, so we need to separate them
Okay.
and put them in the right time. Yeah.
When you talk about ram, I remember a song that said about ram goat liver good for you. But we don't cook. We don't use rum here. We use the sheep, and but in these other countries, in the Central Caribbean countries, that's what they are used to. They would slaughter the goats. Here we don't do that. We use that for productivity. But yeah, okay. So now, and then you also have insemination of breed as well.
Yeah. You mean the artificial
Artificial,
insemination?
yes.
Yeah, we also demo some the artificial insemination for the farmer. Yeah,
Okay.
especially when we hold the workshop, we will do that.
How often do you guys have workshops at Central Farm?
The nearest one is on August 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 times per year.
Okay, so that's going to be on a Friday as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So August 2nd will be a workshop, and so anyone is invited there who would like to.
We invite a local farmer, to education them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, other people can attend if they would like to, because there are people out there who would like to invest their finances somewhere else rather than the same thing over and over. You know, people are interested into new investment, and I believe that we can utilize this program in terms of motivating people to use their finances into another way of investment. So the date would be on August 2nd, right there at the Bacon Pot Road. Meals will be served. No, I just say that because when people hear that there will be food, people will come. I'm just joking. But so that's what time? What time will that be?
From 9
9
o'clock.
o'clock. And how long it usually lasts, that workshop?
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the morning, we give some present, and maybe in the afternoon we will have some practical lesson.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to that. I would like to attend that. Well, I will be there after 9, please the Lord, because my program is from 8 to 9. But I would like to attend that as well and get some more information, so that I can always bring back and share with our listening audience right here. And as we're getting closer to the hour, we have like 9 minutes more right here on the program, like it or not, and we definitely like the information that we have started, and we will be giving a month information every month. We will be coming up and chit-chatting with you guys right here, and so that people can get some more information out there about the sheep rearing right here in our midst. Tony, this Tony and Sam. Tony, so how long will you be here with us? Will you continue the project all the way to the 2019 or 2020 would be the deadline? Is it 2019?
2019, but well, we were requesting for the
Extension. Well, okay, the second phase. Okay, well, we definitely would like. But how long will you be staying here?
Actually, we will keep staying here for 1 more month, because this is the last period of us. We have been here for almost 1 year, but don't worry, we will send more activities here.
I like what you say.
More.
Don't worry. We will get, because we like people to come in to get us informed, because we don't know it all, and regardless of how many years people are into a certain type of think they know it all in their behavior, we always have people that knows more, especially people who are getting continuous education, and we appreciate what you guys have done, and we will definitely look forward in giving this information out there to our farmers as well as prospective farmers, because we do have those there, and we want to encourage our people to live up to what you're saying, because most of the time we hear people saying, we are going to our ranch. So I asked them, well, what do you have on the ranch? They say, I have cocoa, I have cassava, I have plantains. They don't mention anything about any cattle or nothing. So this is an opportunity. If they get a couple sheep there, then they could call it a ranch. But until then, it is only a farm.
Yes, exactly. Actually, for the second phase of the project, we plan to promote this more to the farmers side, because this first one, we are focused on building our national breeding center and build our technician, our worker, the capacity. We want them to have some standard SOP to follow. Once we build out our farm, the second phase, we will try to promote it to all over the country. So that is what we will do in the second phase of the project.
second phase of the project. And the second phase of the project will also be a 3-year time frame.
4 years.
4 years. 4 years. So it's going to be going on all the way up there in the 2003. Okay. Well, we appreciate that you guys have came on the program, and we look forward in having you back again in August, and to get some more information. We want more information about the sheep productivity and the collaboration that we have been going through with the Belize and Taiwanese government right here in our midst through the Ministry of Agriculture. Thank you very much for coming in, and we definitely look forward in going to that presentation, that workshop on August 2nd, and I will be keeping the nation at large, like we have on Facebook and all that, so the nation at large, so that people can be, and we'll be giving them the same phone number as the main office right there, and that was the number, the phone number, 824-3032 is the number, 824-3032. You can get contact there, and they will be giving you all the necessary information about the sheep productivity right here in our country. Thank you once again for being the guest, my guest here on this morning's program, like it or not, and God bless. The Taiwanese government and our Belizean government in collaboration with the sheep project. We say sheep project, but it's also a goat as well, sheep and goat project. Yes. So that's right, we want to get information directly right there to you on this beautiful morning. Well, all the same with me, I have Mr. Petch, and I have 4 different guests here, 5 different guests here in studios with me from Taiwan, and we will be talking about the sheep project, the ongoing sheep project in Central Farm. And we have Mr. Petch and Nick right here in studio. Top of the morning to you, Mr. Petch. Good morning. Okay.
Good morning, radio listeners, TV from the Maximun.
Okay.
We are here from the sheep project once more to talk to you about our sheep project. We have a sheep project going on in conjunction with the Ministry of Agriculture. And so here we have our friends or colleagues. And this morning we want to talk to you about some of the workshops that we have been doing so far.
Okay, and these workshops are open for everyone?
This is open for especially sheep farmers. Sheep farmers. And we are doing it throughout the country.
Okay, and there are so many people out there who would like to invest, and some people say, well, I would like to invest, I don't know what to do. So many people are going into the restaurant business and other hoteliers business and all that. So this would be a new avenue for investment here in our country, and I really and truly love this project that is ongoing. And the workshops is it free for the public, or is there a fee?
Yes. In fact, besides genetic improvement, we also have in the project to train our sheep farmers, because we have seen for a fact that our sheep farmers need some training in different areas of sheep production.
Okay.
And just recently, last week, we had we are now working together with the University of Belize to try to teach the technicians at the University of Belize, because they have sheep as well. And we are collaborating with the university now to work together very closely with them. And therefore, last week we had a workshop with the staff and technicians of UP to educate them in terms of some of the sheep management programs. And that is for last week. And this week we recently had a 3-day workshop with the cooperative department.
Okay.
Whereby we had some topics that on sheep management, on manure processing, because the manure of sheep is very good organic fertilizer. And we had some processing of sheep, of manure, as well as the training on the tanning of the sheep, the skin.
Okay.
Because it's a very valuable part of the sheep that is being thrown away at the moment. And there was a topic on this workshop, 3 days workshop, to teach our sheep farmers that to tan the skin to make good leather that is valuable component for sheep. Rather than throw it away, it can be turned into some leather articles that is being done, and rather than throw it away.
Exactly so.
Yes. So, and I have my friend here, Nick, who also discussed the area of nutrition, especially the supplementary feeding, which is part of the nutrition for sheep. If we want our sheep to produce and perform, be very productive, nutrition is part of it. And I think one of the topics that was discussed in the training of this week for the 3 days workshop is supplementary feeding. And so maybe we have Nick here who can mention briefly about some of the important reasons why silage is required.
Okay. All right. Good morning to you, Nick. All right.
Okay, good morning everyone. I'm Nick and I'm assistant technician from Taiwan. Yes, and I work in sheep project, and in last week, right? We have a workshop in UB. Yes, and I talk about silage, how to make a silage, because in Greece we have two seasons, right? In June to November is a rain season. So we have rain and we have grace, so we don't need to worry about grace. But in the dry season, from December to the next year's May is a dry season, and in the dry season we don't have rain, so we don't have grace. So we don't need to we need to think about what do we need to feed our sheep in the dry season. So in the workshop, I talk about how to make the silage. Yeah, and we talk about what the benefit of the silage. Yes. So later we can introduce how to make the silage and about the benefit of the silage. Yes.
Okay. So that would be a combination of grains as well. Is that right, or is just purely additional nutrients that you put with grass?
Well, practically they can explain a little bit, because it's not only many materials can be used, but Nick can elaborate a little bit more.
What are some of the specific food process that you use in the mixture?
What you use in the mixture?
For example, we can use corn or the farm byproduct. Yeah, because if we want to reduce the cost, we can use the byproduct and to reduce our cost. Yes. For example, we can use the corn leaf or because last week the farmer is from the north of Belize, so they have a lot of sugar cane, right? Yeah, sugar cane. Yes. So we think we can use the sugar cane to do the silage, but the sugar cane, the fiber is too high. So we need to think maybe we can add some molasses. Yeah, we can add some molasses or some additives to modify the quality of the silage.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, that sounds great. Yeah. And so, how often are these workshops, Mr. Petch?
Well, basically the workshop programs are at least we'll try to conduct them at least 3 to 4 times a year.
Okay.
And this is part of the objectives of the project. Besides genetic improvement and those things, we are also hoping that the farmers can also be trained in terms of in the different areas of sheep management. So the project is targeting at least 3 to 4 workshops per year throughout the country. We are going all around the country. Like a month or so ago, we were also in the Orinjoa district training the farmers, the sheep farmers in Orinjoa. And like for example, this week with the 3-day workshop, in conjunction with the cooperative department, we were training farmers from the Corozal district who were being registered as a cooperative. And so actually our goals with the sheep project is also to try to organize the sheep farmers in the country in a cooperative or a society or some kind of organization that they can work together as sheep farmers to so that they can better get marketing available in the country.
I have been talking to some farmers about this project, and they're very much interested in it. And so maybe on a Saturday, you guys can actually go and get first-hand information from our farmers in our marketplace, and you will find out that so many of them are interested in this project. They haven't heard about the project, but now I have talked to them personally, and they are interested in getting involved.
Yeah.
So by me saying it to them and you go in there, it's going to make a bigger difference, of course, because you are the guys who are doing it. So a lot of farmers would like to branch out from what they're ordinarily doing into something new. And we appreciate that if you would visit the people there in our area. And I had the opportunity of talking to some farmers from the Belize River Valley in Belize over the weekend as well. So these people are very interested, and we need to get more information to them. I myself would like some pamphlets so that I can pass out there as I go along. But in regards to the inbreeding and all that, I was reading a little bit about it. How is it coming along in terms of getting involved with that part of the project?
Yeah. Well, in relation to the management of breeding, well, as well, we talked to farmers in the workshops and the different the agricultural shows. We talked to farmers about how to best do the breeding practices, because the reasons why we have the National Breeding Center is for farmers to come and get breeding stocks. That breeding stocks will then help to reduce to minimize inbreeding. And so by introducing a new bloodline in their herds, they will be able to reduce inbreeding, because they will be doing a different crossing with their sheep with a different bloodline. Because rather than using from their own rams within the herds, then inbreeding is more created. So they have to eliminate the use of their own rams within their flock and introduce a new bloodline from other farms, or especially from the breeding center that we are promoting our rams that we have available right now. We have Dorpers, we have Black Bells, and we have Catalin available. And so maybe our colleague here can elaborate a little bit more on the breeding program.
Okay. And if we worry, we will have an inbreeding program. We can use in our farm, in our central farm, we use bookkeeping. We do the bookkeeping to record any record, because if we have a newborn baby, we need to record every information. For example, the mother, which one is a new baby mother and which one is a new baby father. So if we record every information, we can know which the breeding. Yes, we can know the certification. Yes, so we don't need to worry about maybe inbreeding, and we don't know which one is this newborn baby's father and which one is this newborn baby mother. Yes, so we do the bookkeeping. Yes.
Okay. So we get a specific identity of each one as recorded.
Yes.
Well, that is so good. What we will do right now, we'll take a break, and of course we will get some more seating right here as we. But all the same, this was where we started from on the Maximun Radio 104.1 and Max TV, and we're good to go on the Mad Lab Radio app. Good morning to you, and we will be right back right after this.
Okay, thank you.
Information from the sheep project right here in Central Farm, and we have a delegation from Taiwan who are assisting us in the rearing of these sheep, and of course selling these sheep as well, and goat. It's a sheep and goat project. So good morning, and with me we have Zachary, no stranger to us right here, and your name?
Kai.
Kai. So Zachary and Kai was Zachary, no stranger for this program, and we will see and hear a lot about you guys because we will be talking often about this project, so our people can be educated in getting information about what can be done and what they can invest in. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Jim and the radio listener. I'm Zachary I'm the specialist from SHIP project. And as my colleague mentioned about the capacity building, actually we right now we are not only strengthen the feeding management and we go along with the value chain to the market part, and we want to promote the mutton consumer, and because there's a lot of ways of cooking and a lot of demand outside, but the farmers doesn't really know. So we try to link the consumption part and the production part. So the information we got from the consumption, there's some category we can highlight. Is the first one, for example, the Lebanese. They like to eat kebab.
Oh yes.
They like it, but they have their requirement because they prefer more younger lamb to do the kebab. For example, nowadays not more than 1 year.
Well, not only Lebanese, no, Belizean and a whole love the kebab, and so but we don't know about the young meat, and they are the specialists in that. They know because they started it. So, but we love kebab as well here in Belize. And so more people are getting more involved with that type of cooking.
Exactly. And the other group is Hindu. The way of their cooking, they use a stew with the curry. So they don't have a lot of requirement about how thin the lamb will present. They will prefer to buy a more economic price the mutton. Mutton means like over 1 year's lamb meat. So that's their demand. And then we get some information from Ministry of Tourism. From the resort, they will prefer to get a cut, special cuts. For example, the loin part or the lamb chop. They will prefer if you have a special cutting, and with the very firm meat, they will buy it. And for the local consumption, for example, the Belizean, they will prefer to buy like more general cuts because they will use that for barbecue.
Barbecue.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
right.
we can differentiation this market, and to tell the farmers you have to every stage of your lamb they have a different market.
Right.
Link with them
Exactly.
to prepare yourself.
Well, see, all of this is new to me, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people, even though they have been raising sheep, would be something new to them as well, because they just graze the sheep right there, and they don't know that there are different stages where they can actually do this.
Yes. So
Yeah,
that's how the workshops come in. So we are not only educate the people, we promote this kind of culture. Because someone told me in the 20 or 30 years ago, the people doesn't eat shrimp. But right now you can see a shrimp ceviche or a shrimp like real shrimp.
Right.
So we would like to promote this kind of culture to eat the eating habits here in Belize, because the nutrient of the mutton is quite good, and even some product from the goats and the sheep, for example, the goat's milk is very nutrient for the pregnant woman, and also for the young boys, young girls, for them to grow up. And there's some advantage, for example, the lactose intolerance. The people, they can try to drink the goat milk instead of the milk.
And right now, that is very expensive. It's costly.
Yes, right now because the production is low.
Right.
So there's only 2,000 goats in Belize right now, compared to the sheep. There's 14,000 in Belize. So the production is quite low. So we try to facilitate the farmer to increase the production. in this part. Once the production is come out and the consumer is more easier to access this part.
Okay, so when will be the other workshop here in Central Farm?
For this year, it is already go to the halfway of the almost end of this project. I mean the first phase. We are looking at the second phase. We can have a more workshop. But for this year, I think we have done all the activity.
Okay, and these workshops are videotape that other people can go back and in the history of it and see, well, this was what took place and so forth. So even though people didn't have the opportunity to be at the workshop, but later on they could probably purchase a videotape of the activities that took place. Is there something like that?
Okay. We haven't done that in this moment, but it's a very good idea. We will try to do that in future to take some video or the like audio things.
Right, exactly. So even because in the future we will be having night shows as well here, so that would have been beneficial, so that we could actually have footages from that, so that people can see, oh, I know that man, he was there, and so they could feel comfortable in going to other workshops. So, but these workshops, it's what's the cost for this?
You mean the cost from us?
The cost in terms of people going to the workshop. How much do they have to pay to be part of it?
Actually, the project is promoting the workshop, and we.
So you don't charge nobody to go to come. Okay, it's absolutely free.
It's free.
Okay.
Free.
All right. So definitely we would like to get information about where the other workshops will be taking place, even though it may not be in our immediate area. We would put that out on our programs and so forth, so that people can get aware of where it's going to be taking place, and other people from that part of the country would get involved with it.
From Taiwan's perspective, we collaborate this project by providing the guidance of technical advice. So the technical advice is not only extend to the farmers. We try to do that in the national center to do the capacity building for the staff. And here so we have new members to come, and maybe she can introduce herself. And she's major in animal science. She has lots of knowledge. For in the future, in the national government level, we can try to do some education.
All right, good morning.
Good morning, I'm Kai. I'm a new technician intern here, and I came from a background with a variety of animals experiences, such as I worked at a nutrition lab before. Also, I worked with genetic selection in like sheep, goats, horses, cattle. So I believe that after I come here, I have a lot of contribution to the center, and I can talk with the farmers and know what they really need and contribute my knowledge. Thank you.
Well, we love to have you here in Belize, because this is what we want. We want more people to come in. A nation is built and from all around the world. We need other people to come in and share their expertise. And we're glad that you chose Belize. We like that.
I love Belize. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, and so we would like to continue for you to come on the program as well and share your knowledge with us, because the more we know, the more we can also offer to other people. It's not all the time that people say, well, money is not everything. We need just knowledge, and we need to grow. And this is a nice way of taking this step towards the rearing of sheep and goats, and something very new. And for people who are here, Belizeans are more into more Christian-minded people. And if you go back in the biblical time, this is what they were eating. Every time you hear about the sheep and the shepherd and the sheep and all of that. So this is something that will be coming just at the right time for us right here. And we appreciate that you guys have been studying this, and you take it to another level from what we were used to. And this is something that we need the country to understand, that we just can't stay at one stage. We have to continuously grow to other levels in our communities, in our country. And so what will you be showing, going through in the farmers and directing them into the rearing of goats and sheep? What other measures you're going to be, some of them that you mentioned just now?
Yeah, so I will help with the workshop, also record keeping. Depends on what the National Research Center needs. Then I will go talk to them and help them. So I'm just new here, so I only met a couple farmers and workers on farm. And I know what they're really concerned is how to standardize their meat and have good quality, how to feed them, how to find a good way to sell them with a good price. So that's the thing that they really, really want to know. So I can talk to the government and try to find resources for them.
And some people overfeed their animals as well. Have you found that out? They believe that because they give them more, they put more things there, they eat more. But that's not true. You could only eat so much, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's a waste of feed. It costs a lot of money, so you lose money.
Right.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And I guess that's the reason why people want, because they say they spend so much and they expect the other person maybe to spend the same amount when it's not necessary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly so. All right, Zachary. So your next project, your next workshop will be in this area or out of this area? You mentioned it's already in this area.
Will be next year.
It will be next year, early next year.
Probably we will schedule for the February or March.
Okay.
In the coming like interview in end of this year, maybe we can.
But this will be an ongoing thing. I see that because you are keeping record, we will be keeping record as well to see how many people will be getting involved with this project. And I'm pretty sure before the end of the year, you will have a lot of people who will want to be listed and become members of whatever cooperative that they do have ongoing right now. How many people are involved in the cooperative?
Actually, the establish of the cooperative in Kosar, right now the member only 14 because there's a procedure they need to go through the Ministry of Agriculture. They have a cooperative unit and they have a registry of the cooperative. So everything they just follow the procedure. They take almost 1 year to do that. So right now the only ship the cooperative is in Konsar, and then we try to organize the one ship association or cooperative from Kali. We have already have a two times meeting. In the future, we are looking at for them to register as a business. They can be a businessman. They can be an entrepreneur.
That's right. Well, some people say they send their children to school, and they didn't go through well. Some females go to school and they get pregnant, so they have to get out of school, and so the parents would make comments like this: "It's better that I should have raised some sheep, man." You know what I mean? Yeah. So this there you go right there. You have a lot of young people who are not going in, who are not in the school system, and their parents have some little finances, and this is where they can get involved and get educated and become productive people in our communities. This is a new way of taking it up to another level, and it's once per year these sheep are produced or born in or they're raised?
Actually,
or twice per year?
3 times for 2 years. 3 times for 2 years. Actually, the pregnancy period is 5 months. If you do the proper management, it can be 3 times in 2 years.
3 times in 2 years. And
1.5.
But it's only one sheep. Sometimes it's 2.
Sometimes it's 2 if you provide more supplement feeding.
Okay. So the supplement feeding does play a big role.
Yes, play a big role because the proper nutrient supplement can stimulate the ovary to ovulation more than one. So they can get like twins. Sometimes if you are lucky, you can get triplets.
Okay, so people can actually go to Central Farm on the Bacon Path Road at any given day between Monday and Friday, and
yes,
go and get educated, and you will direct them around and show them the different sheep that you guys are
Yes.
involved with.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that telephone number right there is
824 3032.
824-3032. If you have any, if you need more information, you can call that number. That's the office number right there. Through the Ministry of Agriculture, the livestock unit right there in Central Farm, in collaboration with the Sheep and Goat Project. So we will take another break, and then when we come back, we'll wrap things up right here on the program, Like It or Not, on the big Maximum Radio. Better communication, more understanding. Like it or not, on a beautiful Friday morning right here, we give you a different style interviewing the delegates that are right here from Taiwan, involved with the Sheep Project. And with me, I have Tony and Sam. We don't use those last names because then last names are difficult to pronounce, so we use the first name basis right there. And so without that, good morning to you. Tony, you were here a couple weeks ago and talking about the Sheep Project, and as well as Sam, you were here as well. And you guys understand that you will be leaving us, and you'll be replaced by other technicians. But all the same, it was indeed a pleasure to have met you and for you to have come on the program, and we appreciate what you have done for our country and our community at large, and we wish you all the best in your endeavors as you go to newer grounds. But all the same, we want to ask you once again, what were your involvement with the Sheep Project here in Belize, and how was it to you?
Hello Jim, and hello everyone in front of the radio. I'm Tony, and I'm also assistant technician support for RCDF. Actually, this year is a very wonderful journey for my life. I think it's for everyone that work for the project and a lot of farmers. Next year, we hold a lot of workshop, and we also do a lot of education, some consulting to field, the local farmer. I think actually in this year we made a lot of progress on the sheep industry, including like last few days we just built up the cooperative producer in the north. I think that is a very important thing. Is our sheep farmers start to grow up, start to group up. They know what is the right way to go. So I think that is the value we are here. We are not doing only in Central Farm. We provide for the wonderful quality sheep in our national breeding center, but we also want all the farmers to participate on the project, to participate in this sheep industry. You know, we are all a big family, and I want all of the farmers know when you need help, sheep projects will always be there.
All right. Well, it is indeed a pleasure to have you in the country, educating our farmers in the right way, because most of the time we do things and we believe it is the right way, and then there goes somebody with more knowledge and show us a better way out, and we thank you for educating our people in that regards.
Yes, although I will leave in next week, but I believe like our new fellow Kai, he will provide a wonderful idea, wonderful knowledge, and she's very kind. So feel free to come to us, to the Sheep Project, to Central Farm, to find her, to get any information you need.
All right. And Sam, last words for you before you leave us here in Belize. And how have you found us as a country and a people? You enjoy your stay with us?
Yeah, it's very good to have this chance to be here. And at first, because in Taiwan we don't keep the sheep, in Taiwan we keep the goat.
Okay.
So I take some experience about the ruminant to Belize. I also learn from Belize.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's I'm doing some the parasite program and vaccination program in our farm, and in the workshop I also share my experience, and discuss with the local farmer. So we change the experience together.
Exactly.
That's really awesome.
Alright.
And in the working time, we work very hard, but in the weekend we visit the police around.
All right, so, all right.
Beautiful country.
You get some nightlife as well.
Yeah.
All right, well that's okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that Kai will be a good replacement for you guys, and she have a lot of energy and a good personality, and so we will look forward in sharing the information as she comes along on the program, like it or not. Well, Mr. Petch, we expect you guys to be here.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
And this coming
Sure,
the 30th of
and then,
August. Once again,
And then you can expect us back here at the studios on the 30th.
The 30th.
The end of this
exactly.
month, we shall be back with the team, with our limited team. We're staying a few, but as time goes by, I believe in the next month or two, we shall be getting another replacement for technicians from Taiwan.
All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with your listeners, the 30th of this month, we'll be back to share some
Exactly.
more
So-
information about the sheep project.
So
Thank you very much.
people can get aware
Yes.
that once you guys come, they could have people getting ready to be on the air, to listen on the
Yes.
air, that we will be talking more about
Same time.
the sheep and goat
Yes.
project ongoing right there in Central Farm. Thanks for coming in the studios, and we appreciate it so much. Good
Thank you
morning
very
to
much. Thank you very much.
We know